Welcome to week 4 of picks. We are so bad at this.
I can't believe we're still doing this crap.
Yeah, it's awful.
Damn it.
It's awful. A hot 0-4 last week on our Mortal Locks. Curry and I were in
Billy
and
was
out.
bad luck, Sean. Billy was
Yeah.
bad luck. I don't like it.
Yeah, Curry and I were in and out on whether ours were good. Billy got unlucky with just a high-scoring game. Jesse, I will say, had his
Worst beat.
The definition of all bets are off is when Nick Foles comes into a football game. The definition of all bets are off.
If you didn't hammer that live, then I don't know what you're doing.
Yeah.
If I was gonna lose my 2-game winning streak to anyone, it was gonna be Nick. I mean, that was the best 2-game winning streak we've ever seen before, but I'm glad it happened to Saint Nick. So thank
You
know
owed
what? Hey,
he owed you
now it's time. Now it's time to start a new 2-game win streak.
Right.
You know?
Hit me.
I'd like to welcome on Asher Soriano. How we doing, Asher?
Hi, guys. Thanks for having me. I'm doing well. Ready to make some picks.
Great. You better not fuck this up because we really need some momentum.
We need some good juju.
I'll boost your win percentage.
We need some
Thank God. I hate Billy, by the way.
Credibility.
Billy, if you're watching
Credibility
this,
is what
I
we
hate
need.
you. I hate you so
on the
much,
season,
Billy.
I'm 27-20. Jesse's 19-28. Curry is dropped down to I think 20 and set 27 or 21 and 26.
You had a bad week. It's a bounce back week. We're fine.
Yeah. Curry went like 5-11 last week. It was rough.
Oh.
Only 15
Still better than
games.
Jesse. Still better than Jesse, though.
Rip Steelers, Titans. Okay.
Yeah.
Start with game of the year tonight.
God.
Brett Rippin, who sounds like a country music star, versus Sam Darnold. Broncos at Jets. Jets 1-point dogs. Jets still haven't covered yet, so I'm going Broncos -1, obviously. I pick against the Jets until they win. Hopefully this is a shit show and the Jets get destroyed, so Adam Gase might get fired.
Yeah.
Yeah, are you rooting for the Jets at this point?
No.
Like as a fan?
No.
Okay.
That's fair.
Good.
And I echo your sentiment. I have to join your bandwagon train of I pick against the Jets until they win because I think I've picked them 2 weeks in a row, and they've absolutely gotten annihilated by, I think, 20-point losses back-to-back weeks. So Denver covers here. I don't care if Brett Rypien's starting. I don't know where he went to college. I don't know this man's background. He could have killed people for all we know. He's going to beat the Jets, so 100% I'm picking the Broncos here.
I'm going to go with the Jets.
Well, let's go.
This is one of those games where, like, if you pick – I feel like you guys are, like, playing it safe where it's like, all right, if you pick against the Jets, it's like you really can't – it's not a bad pick. But then if you pick the Jets to win and they get blown out, it's like, dude, you're a fucking moron. But I'm willing to take that risk. I had a rough week last week. I really think that Sam Darnold can get it done. I think they're in desperation mode. Yeah, Adam Gase is fighting for his life out here. He's R. Kelly fighting for his fucking life. So, give me the Jets.
Yeah, look, man. I think the Jets are angry. They're hungry. They want to protect their coach, Adam Gase, who's on the hot seat. They're going to come into this match with some vigor, you know? Broncos 24, Jets 13.
Oh, we're going.
Wow. Yeah, you really just
Fuck.
gave me an entirely opposite take there.
Damn. Asher, if you could tell, is a New York Jets fan.
I'm a Jets fan. I share all the sentiments that Mullen has, but I wanted to keep you guys guessing.
That was good. That was good.
All right, next we have Jesse and I taking the Broncos. Curry and Asher taking the
No.
I'm taking the Broncos.
Asher's taking the Broncos, dude. He just
24
said Broncos
to 13.
24 to 13.
I got in a spin zone there. Asher's
Yeah,
taking the Broncos.
us three are taking the Broncos. Curry's taking the Jets.
Curry's
for
taking
some
the only one
reason.
taking the Jets. Yeah.
Give me the Jets, please.
Arizona
done.
Cardinals at Carolina Panthers. Cardinals are 3-point favorites. I got to go back to my Cardinals, back to the well. Panthers are better than we thought they were. They covered last week. They won last week.
did.
Really.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with my Arizona Cardinals, despite D-Hop maybe not playing, which would absolutely murder me in fantasy. But the Cardinals are a better team than the Panthers. All in on the Cardinals -3.
Shout out to Mike Davis, the bowling ball that he is, filling in way nicer for McCaffrey than I expected. Teddy Bridgewater, competent quarterback. Cardinals, as predicted by yours truly, my beloved Detroit Lions upset win last week, but I expect a nice rebound for the Cardinals, so I'm going to take them to cover.
Damn. I'm also going to take the Cardinals. I think last week was kind of like a wake-up call. You know, they had that big week 1 win. It was kind of like, oh, like, are they for real? And now it's like they kind of got knocked back down to earth. So I think this game is kind of, again, like, is this team for real? They kind of have to reprove themselves with a statement win. So I think they cover easily.
You asked me 1 minute ago if I was going to take the Cardinals. I'd say yes. But after hearing 3, I can't. I have to go with the Panthers now.
I like that.
Yeah, fade the biggest squares in the country. Yeah. That's fair.
Yeah, if you're gonna fade us, like, you're probably gonna.
Yeah,
that's sound logical.
Solidarity bets don't work well here.
All right, so we got everyone but Asher taking the Arizona Cardinals. Guys, mushing my favorite team now. It's kind of rough. Next, we have Baltimore Ravens at Washington Football Team. At Washington Football Team, the Baltimore Ravens are 14-point favorites. Extremely tough line, but the Ravens are going to come out extremely angry because they got exposed last week. Washington Football Team is not good. It's a 14-point spread, and the over-under is only 45.5, which is pretty hilarious. But I'm going to take the Ravens to somehow cover a 14-point spread. It might push, but I'll take the Ravens.
Yeah, Dwayne Haskins is not a real NFL quarterback. I don't know why I can't get some Case Keenum love. Is he still on the team? God knows if he's still on the team. The backup's better than Dwayne Haskins. Yeah, Alex Smith on 1.5 legs. I'll take him over Dwayne Haskins. Absolute fraud. It's frustrating to watch because I have Terry McLaurin in fantasy. I think he's one of the most underrated receivers in the NFL. But Dwayne Haskins can't hit the side of a barn right now. So I'm taking the Ravens to cover that fat line, even though my intuition tells me otherwise. I'm still taking the Ravens.
Yeah, I'm on with Jesse's intuition on this one. Give me the Washington Football Team. Give me the Washington Football Team to cover.
Okay.
All right. I think 14 is just a huge number against a Ravens team that, like, by all accounts, got stymied by the Chiefs, who is not a good defensive team. Like, we know the Chiefs can score points. Like, didn't really expect the Ravens to, like, blow them out. But the Ravens could not – yes, granted, they were trailing for most of the game, but, like, they could not establish a run. Lamar Jackson couldn't throw the ball. I think Washington's got a good front seven on defense, which is really about all they have. So I think this game sucks. But I think that the Washington Football Team covers 14 points. Like, come on.
Yeah, you mentioned the front seven, and one of their anchors, Chase Young, is going to be out. And I think the Ravens score early. They have a lead. They get back into the rhythm. They play comfortably. And, yes, they cover because they're angry. And unlike the Jets, their anger can actually translate to the football field in a productive manner. Ravens.
Okay. Very well eloquated.
How many touchdowns is Mark Andrews going to drop?
I don't know.
Over under 1.5.
What's the over under on that? Is there a prop?
No, that's lame.
That was so rough last week. But everyone but Curry taking the Baltimore Ravens.
That's what I like to hear.
14 points. Damn. Next we have the Cleveland Browns at the Dallas Cowboys. These are two teams that I absolutely do not want to pick at all in any game this year. Just because they're so hard to tell if they're going to come out looking awful or amazing. Cowboys are 4.5-point favorites with absolutely zero conviction. I'll take the Cowboys. Say they look good. If you get the Browns in a hole, they're not good at passing. So if the Cowboys get up early, they're going to be able to cover this at 4.5. So I'll take the Cowboys.
Yeah, the Cowboys haven't covered a spread this year, 0-3 against the spread. Until they cover, I'm picking against them. Baker, I hate you a lot, but please bring it home for me. I think they cover here by the God's grace of Nick Chubb's legs. So Nick Chubb is going to get you that cover.
I'm with Jesse on this one. I'm going to go with the Browns. Again, the run game of the Cleveland Browns is pretty dominant, and Cowboys can't stop a nosebleed. I think the Cowboys can throw the ball and come from behind. And whereas the Browns can't, but if the Browns just stick to the ground game, I think they should be able to cover. I think it's going to be high scoring, but I'm not going to take the over. Give me the Browns.
I do think it has shootout potential, but I don't think the Browns can keep up with the Cowboys offense. Their run game might be strong, but their passing game, even with like Jarvis Landry and Odell, like they have weapons, and Austin Hooper.
Odell might be out.
Odell might be out. God knows what he's up to. I don't think they can keep up with Dallas, honestly. And I think if Dallas just gets a lead, the Browns are going to shoot themselves in the foot and make it even worse. And give me the Cowboys.
Okay, so Asher and I taking the Cowboys. Jesse and Curry taking the Cleveland Browns. Quick shout out to Curry's new earpieces there, the AirPods. Big birthday boy getting in.
I'm so poverty now.
Okay. Next we have Indianapolis Colts at Chicago Bears. Colts are 2.5-point favorites. Bears are frauds, but all bets are off with Nick Foles in. So Bears plus 2.5. I was gonna say,
you watch yourself there.
Yeah, I'm all in on the Bears now. I don't think all bets are off. So Bears plus 2.5.
Yeah, I don't think there's a sadder man in the country than Mitch Trubisky. I think this offense is going to take flight with Nicky Six. They got stud receivers. I like David Montgomery, although Curry mushed Tariq Cohen by picking him up in fantasy, and now I think he's out for the year. I think this offense is going to fly. Khalil Mack is quiet this year, but I think that defense also picks up with the added time of possession with the offense. So I'm taking Chicago. They're going to take off.
Curry's mushing ACLs now?
Yeah. Yeah. All right. I'm sorry. Was Tariq Cohen like a huge part of their offense?
You mushed him. You mushed him. What? I'm sorry.
All right. Give me the Colts. Give me my Indianapolis Colts. My disappointment of a Colts team. This is
2-1.
Yeah, but they haven't looked good. Come on. You know they haven't looked good.
They beat a top 5 team last week by like 25 points.
All right. This is a game either way. This is a game where the Colts have to prove themselves. They have to prove to me that they're a good team and that I can ride with them. So give me the Colts.
Man, I looked at this game and I thought back to the beginning of the season, and I'm really thinking to myself, are the Bears really going to be 4-0? Really? And with Nick Foles, like you said, all bets are off. And I think he gets a couple more weeks before everything starts to crumble beneath the surface. I do think that, but I don't think this week is the one. Besides his his Super Bowl MVP, I don't think he's that great of a quarterback. I think he can ride this kind of like fire streak, similar to Fitzpatrick, but I don't think it's going to last forever. This week, he's on the streak, though. Give me the Bears.
Yeah, that's the thing. He's a very good backup quarterback. He loves playing the hero. Now it's like, there's actually expectation for you to beat this Colts team that's like not bad. Okay, lose by 20.
Interesting to see how he'll do when people actually know that he's good.
He's throwing a pick six. Throw a prop on that.
All right, everyone's taking the Bears except for Curry, taking the Indianapolis Colts. Next, we have Jacksonville Jaguars at Cincinnati Bengals. Jaguars are crashing down, I think. Bengals still looking for that first win. I think I saw Joe Burrow.
What's the line?
What?
What's the line?
Oh, Bengals by 3. I think I saw that number 1 picks, like the last 4 or 5 or something, have all gotten a tie before it win, which is pretty funny. Joe Burrow got his tie last week. I think he gets the dub this week against the bad Jacksonville team coming into Cincinnati, so I'll take the Bengals minus 3.
All right, fellas, first mortal lock of the week. In a game that I may not even watch, I am taking Cincinnati minus 3 as my mortal lock. Now, the main reason that I'm taking Cincinnati as my mortal lock is because Joe Burrow is tough as nails. He got hit by Malik Jackson. It was a vicious car crash. I've never seen a quarterback get hit that hard in my life. Got right back up, had a great second half against the Kunsled Eagles. Yes, I heard it first. I consoled them. I'm done with them. Write that down. But I'm taking Cincinnati because of Joe Burrow's toughness. He's going to gritty the cover here. Joe Burrow all the way, Cincinnati -3.
Dang, I'm also going to go Cincinnati -3. I know it's like the kiss of death for a mortal lock, but I mean, Joe Burrow, you could tell how bad he wanted it last week against a bad Eagles team, and he was right there. And now he has I would say, an even worse Jags team to deal with, and I think he can get the job done and pick up his first win and cover, for the love of God.
Curry, are you an Eagles fan?
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
So Jacksonville, I'm just going to level with you. Jacksonville's a better team than the Eagles. There might be some vision judgment
Tough
there,
take.
but
That's just
I can't
not
fight
true.
back. I just consoled, so
look,
just let it all
no,
out.
I can. And
Jacksonville.
That's a wild statement. Holy.
Jacksonville. That's what I'm going to say. Do you know how many sacks Joe Burrow has on the season? How many he's taken? 14. That's 4.333 a game. I think he's going to be under pressure. Thank you. I think he's going to be under pressure this game. And I'm sorry, Jesse, I don't want to pick against your mortal lock, but I think the pressure's going to hit him, man, and he's not going to be able to play as well against the Eagles, against the Jags as well. So give me Jags +3. Can't believe it's +3. I put -3 on the Jags, but Vegas is giving me some spreads here.
Damn.
You said
But
16
yeah,
sacks
I had
on
the same
season?
sentiment last week against the Dolphins, and the Jags burned me. So maybe that's why I'm just not feeling Gardner Minshew right now.
Not feeling Gardner Minshew. That's tough. But yeah, the Jags looked really bad last week. But Asher's going to take the Jags. The rest of us are going to take the Bengals.
The Bungles.
The Bungles. Next we have Jesse's mortal lock. The Bengals. The Bungles. Could be very dependent on if DJ Chark plays. Jesse would know better than I would on that. If DJ Chark's going to play.
Trending in the right direction. Couldn't care less if he plays or not.
I love that.
So
I love
that's my pick.
trending in the
I'm
right
sticking to
direction.
it.
Fucking irrelevant.
I mean, you care for fantasy, but not for the outcome of the game, I guess.
Correct.
Correct. That's
Chargers
what people were
at
harping on
Bucks.
last week, though. Last week they lose to the Dolphins. Like, oh man, if they had DJ Chark, I'm like, you just got your ass kicked. Like, what do you mean? What if they had DJ Chark? Like,
Yeah.
anyway.
People like that though. It's weird. They need the receiver. Like I'm trying to think of who came back last week with a receiver and looked much better. But Chargers at Bucks. Chargers +7, making the Bucks -7. Chargers stink. Bucks beat up on bad teams, so I'll take the Bucks -7.
Yeah, that was the sucker play. Apparently, that was the Barstool Sports app play of the week to bet the Bucks -6. So why am I not taking the Bucks -7 against a worse? I guess they're not worse than Denver. But you know what? I'm a sucker. I'll keep taking Tampa Bay until they don't cover. I'm gonna ride this one game hot streak if that's a thing, and let's do it, Tom. Cover for me, thank you.
Do we know who's starting for the Chargers?
I don't know. Who would you rather start for the Chargers? That's
Yeah, like what? That's like they're the same thing, pretty much.
It's not, though.
I'd rather Herbert because Keenan Allen.
I'd
got
rather
19
Herbert.
targets last week.
I think
But if you
Herbert
play
starts,
Herbert, you get sued. So take that into account.
damn.
You can't lose your job by getting your lung punctured. So
I mean, you can.
Yeah.
I'll
Tom
see you
Brady
in
only
court.
exists.
All right, I think
either.
either way, give me the Bucks for the reason that you said. Tom Brady beats the crap out of bad teams, and I think the Chargers with their quarterbacks getting their lungs punctured. I just don't think that they're going to be able to keep up with the Bucks. So give me the Bucks. Actually, never mind. I'll go Bucks. I might rescind that, depending on what Asher says.
Well, I want to fade you guys just because diversity and
So do you want to
inclusion.
go with the Bucks or do you want to go Chargers?
I want to go Bucks. I think
All right,
Bucks
give me
are,
Chargers. Give me
Okay,
Chargers.
You're
cool.
the worst. You're
That
the
was a trade deal
worst.
and a half. That was nice.
God,
Yeah.
you're the worst.
I like that. That makes me feel a lot better.
You
about
see
my
how much
choice.
analytics we take into this decision. We're
Yeah.
going based off of
No,
what other people.
I
are
literally
taking.
thought, I was like, no, because I said I was like, oh, like they're not gonna be able to keep up with the Bucks. I'm like, well, Godwin's gonna be out. Like they got that committee running back. The Chargers defense actually isn't bad. I don't know. 7's kind of a lot.
Okay,
So,
speaking of
give me
analytics,
Chargers.
Easter egg, if you made it this far in the video, big analytics guy coming on the show next week. So we're going to get the full on analytics. Curry knows who this is. We haven't told him yet, but he knows.
Curry's acting shocked.
I literally don't know, but I mean, I have a guess.
Yeah. So
Oh, coward.
everyone taking
Yep. Coward.
Everyone taking the Bucks except for Curry, taking his Chargers.
They are my Chargers also.
Yeah.
I would hate to pick against my Chargers.
Next, we have the Minnesota Vikings at the Houston Texans. This line moved today, I think. Houston Texans are -3.5. Both own 3 teams. I'm not sure. I think they both covered last week. I think they did.
Texans didn't cover.
They didn't cover against
Pittsburgh. No.
Okay. So Texans are 3.5-point favorites. Both disappointing 0-3s. I think the Texans are a better team, but they're both desperate. My Vikings guy, who's been very down on the season, told me to take the Vikings this week, so I'm going to take the Vikings this week, +3.5.
Yeah, I love betting road teams with no fans who get that extra half point. That 3.5 line, I think that gives me a lot of cushion for a lot of scenarios where the Texans win but don't cover. I think Minnesota is good enough to keep this close because it looks like they found a diamond in the rough with Jefferson out of LSU. Shout out to my shitty Eagles for drafting Jalen Reagor. Tough break.
Already looking like the guy that will forever be known as the guy taking 1 pick after Jalen Reagor.
Yeah, just awful. Justin Jefferson, 7 catches, 175 yards and a touchdown. He continues that this week. I think they put up some points in cover.
Fun fact, just speaking about Eagles receivers, Greg Wood was the only Eagles receiver at practice today.
We'll get to that.
We'll get to that. But
Darren Sproles.
But give me the Texans for this game. I think both of these, like Sam said, they're disappointing 0-3s. I think both of these teams are better than 0-3. I think the Texans have had an absolute brutal schedule. They played Chiefs, Ravens, Pittsburgh, which is a very tough stretch of games. So I think this game is kind of like a do or die. Bill O'Brien, kind of a regression to the mean. He's always going to be in that 8-8 range. I think this is one of those games that he has to win to maintain that, which he will. Give me the Texans.
Similar to the Bears, being amazed that they might be 4-0, I am amazed that the Texans might be 0-4. I think Bill O'Brien is being punished for that DeAndre Hopkins move, and the football gods are just coming down on him. So do you think Bill O'Brien and his big old brain will get a win this week? No, I do not. Give me the Vikings.
Okay, Curry, did you take the Texans? Yeah.
I said Texans. I think Asher's fading me on every pick, so he's going to go like 15-0.
Smart. Very smart. Well done.
That's recency bias.
Seasoned listener.
Here's the thing, though. Mullen and Jesse have very similar picks as me, and I'm thinking, oh my gosh, is Curry gonna have the same pick as well? Then I'm gonna have to change mine just to.
And I just never did.
No solidarities this week. Jeez.
No, I've been wrecking the solidarities.
Yeah, the
solidarities. They burned us last week.
I want one. If we can get one, I'll be happy.
This one.
All right, Vikings. Everyone but Curry. Curry taking the Texans. I'd be equally surprised if the Vikings started 0-4 as the Texans, to be completely honest, going into the season.
Yeah, didn't you pick? You and Jesse both picked them to win the division.
Yeah, sure did.
Instead of the Packers.
At least I had the Packers in the playoffs.
Trash. That was a choke by me. I'll concede that.
Okay, New Orleans at Detroit. Detroit, 4-point dogs. New Orleans is bouncing back this week. I'm putting them on bounce back alert. Detroit stinks. They got lucky last week because Kyler threw like 3 picks that look really bad. Drew Brees can't throw anymore, but they're going to run all over the Lions this week, so I'll take the Saints -4.
Yeah, I love the Lions this week. I think Stafford really looked good. Galladay looked good. I think Drew Brees, I'm echoing your sentiment. He can't throw the ball anymore. It's pathetic to watch. He still put up some serious fantasy numbers, all thanks to Alvin Kamara. And even if he gets Mike Thomas back this week, I just can't see a way which they cover because that defense is pretty brutal still. even though they had some big offseason signings. I'm taking the Lions. I've taken them every week on the record, and I'm going to keep taking them. So go Detroit to cover here.
What's the line again? 4.5?
You lost. You caught me off guard there. 4.
4. Give me the Lions. I don't know if they're going to win, but I believe that they will cover. I just think they're a much more dynamic offense with Galladay on the field.
Oh, that's the receiver. Galladay was the receiver. It made a big difference. That's what I was going to say.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, remember that thing that I said that about how it's bullshit? No, it's not. I'm saying it's not bullshit now because I needed to match my narrative. So I'm using that logic.
Right.
True poet,
So
Matthew
I think
Kerr.
that and I think the Saints game plan, everybody knows exactly what they're going to do. They're just going to dish it out to Kamara in the flat, and he's going to break 20 tackles.
Score one miracle touchdown. It's not going to be enough.
All they have to do is tackle Alvin Kamara. Just gang tackle out and you'll win the game. Like Drew Brees on the field, he throws it into quadruple coverage and it's a duck. So like, give me the Lions, please. Thank you.
So I looked at this game, seeing a road game for Drew Brees, and he doesn't perform well on the road. But then Ford Field is a dome, isn't it? And there are no fans. So what's really separating that from the Superdome? Not a lot. I think Drew Brees is still a great quarterback. And I think they're going to play competitively and probably win by a touchdown or more. The -4 is good for me. Thank you, Las Vegas. You hurt me last week, but thank you for this one. Give me the Saints.
Okay.
Lots of thanks from Vegas out of you this week.
Yeah.
We hate Vegas here.
Yeah.
They're nothing but
Vegas
cruel and evil people.
Rule number 2. Yeah.
Jesse, who'd you take?
Lions, of course.
Okay. Jesse loves the Lions. Yeah.
Yes.
Perry and Jesse taking the Lions. Asher and I taking the Saints. I like that one, considering the picks there. Seattle at Miami. Seattle are 6-point favorites. Miami coming off the high of beating the Jacksonville Jaguars. Seahawks have a massive offense. The over-under here is 54.5. I'm going to take Seattle to light it up against the Miami secondary here, -6.
I think this is going to be everyone's suicide pool pick. I think this is going to be everyone's blazing 5 pick. I think this is going to be the sucker bet of the week. And yes, I'm taking it. Seattle -6. I just don't see a way in which the Dolphins slow down that offense. That secondary is horrendous. Look what Dak did in the second half as a frame of reference. Cedric Wilson is his name. Who the hell is that? He was lighting them up for 100 yards and 2 touchdowns. It's no longer the Legion of Boom. They're horrendous, but because it's a sucker bet, I'm still taking it because it's the Dolphins. Come on. Ryan Fitzpatrick's not going to keep this game close.
Give me the Dolphins. I'm going to tell you why. Just because that defense for the Seahawks is so bad. And, like, again, Fitzpatrick he just doesn't give a fuck anymore. Like, he's running all over he's an old man with a big-ass beard running all over the field like a man possessed. Like, because he just wants to have fun and play football. Sicko mode at tight end. Like, what athlete on that Seahawks defense is going to cover him? I actually expect a huge game out of him. South Jersey
legend.
Yeah.
Love Gesicko.
Again, it's tough to bet against Russell Wilson, but give me the Dolphins.
We had a moment where we could have had some solidarity. This game is my mortal lock.
I fucked it up.
Yeah. I'm going to put a lot of money on the Seahawks through Mullen and hopefully right the ship of my betting fiasco. I love the Seahawks in this spot. It was at -6.5 and now it's at -6. I don't know what that means, but I don't care. It's not 7 or over, so
I don't know these numbers, man.
Seahawks all day. Yeah. I thought that was the easiest pick. It's my mortal lock. Glad to boost you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm not a Zoom pro. We got about 8 minutes here to speed through the rest of the All right, next we got I think we all took the Seahawks except for Curry. Next we got Giants at Rams. Rams 12.5-point favorites. Giants stink. Rams coming off a loss. I'll take the Giants plus 12.5. Fuck it. I don't want to just take the favorite.
No, I'm taking the Rams here. The Giants are top 2 worst team in football. With the other New York team, Jared Goff's pissed, and even though that doesn't mean anything because he's a California bro. So he's playing California pissed, and that's good enough to cover. So I'm taking LA Rams.
Yeah, give me the Rams too. They can at least run the football, even if you don't have to go through Goff. Giants really can't do much of anything, so give me the Rams.
Yeah, that line's big. It's a big spread to cover.
Breaking, Doc Rivers to 76ers.
Yes, thank you.
Wow.
We might have a hope. We're going to win 50 games next year and get bounced in the second round.
Yeah, you need someone in that locker room to mesh those personalities. But give me the Rams. Back to football.
Okay, I'm the only one taking the Giants here. Is that what happened?
Awful pick. Panic pick, if you will.
I'll take it. Bills at Raiders. Bills 3-point favorites. Vegas does not lose. Vegas plus 3.
Disappointing moment of the week. My beloved Raiders not covering. They rebound. Josh Allen's not going 4-0. Raiders to cover and hit the money line all the way. Shout out to Darren Waller. He has a big day.
Give me the Bills. I think they're for real. I think Josh Allen's for real. I think that the Raiders just got kind of mentally broken down last week, and I don't think they recover. So, sorry, Vegas.
Yeah, so Waller got locked up last week. I think they're going to try, Gruden is going to try to find a way to get him back in the mix. They're really going to make an effort for it. Try to get the offense going through Jacobs and Waller. I think the Bills' defense is a lot worse than we give them credit for. And I think the Raiders can just go win this one, really. Just ground and pound it. And that will allow Waller to get some space and separation. Plus 3, give it to me.
Okay. Curry, you took the Raiders. You took the Bills, right?
I did.
So everyone's taking the Raiders except for Curry. New England Patriots at Kansas City Chiefs. Game of the week, I might say. Chiefs 7-point favorites. I'll take the Patriots. You can't give the Patriots 7 points and me not pick them. So Patriots plus 7.
Yeah, I haven't seen a Patriots line this big since like the War of 1812. Belichick covers the spread. It's way too fat. Chiefs have like lapses. So they were on last week. I think they're off this week. The defense figures it out. You give Bill Belichick that time to scheme up something. I'm sure he's screaming at the TV last week, watching the Ravens debacle. So I'll take the Patriots here.
Yeah, give me the Patriots too. I just don't think you can give Bill Belichick 7 points and expect success. So give me the Pats.
Do I smell solidarity?
Come on,
Sorry,
Asher.
guys.
No.
I had this pick before, and I got to stick with it, man. You can't give New England 7 points. I get that. But we've never had this team before with Mahomes and all of these weapons. My gosh. Edwards-Helaire, Tyreek Hill, Hilaire. The H is like a little silent, according to the announcers. Travis Kelce, it's a never before seen team. I think they cover. I'm sorry, guys. I really want the solidarity, but I had this. I was considering this as a lock. That's how crazy.
Disappointment.
Okay, everyone taking the Patriots except for Asher, who's taking the Chiefs. The Philadelphia Eagles at the San Francisco 49ers.
Skip this one.
We got Niners 7-point favorites. Over under is 46. My mortal lock is going to be over that 46 points. I think there's a lot of points in this game. Eagles put up 46 points against the Bengals, or the total was 46 points when they played the Bengals last week. So I think it's going to pass that this week.
Yeah, I had 46.5, and they fucking tied.
I'm going to take the Niners because the Eagles stink, and the Niners still have that offensive line. So Niners -7.
Yeah, what's there left to be said about this decrepit team? You got Brucey from longest yards starting at wide receiver this week. God forbid he gets a catch. It's not going to happen. Yeah, this team stinks. It's awful. I canceled them. San Francisco covers all the way. George Kittle might have the biggest game of tight ends ever had. He's got Nate Gary covering him. I love that mortal lock, by the way. Holding down, analytics stat of the day, 59% on the year. No holdings called anymore, so I love that over. But, yeah, give me San Francisco.
Like offensive lineman holding or defense?
Offensive lineman holding has been down 59% on the year.
Well, in that
They're
case,
letting them play.
In that case, give me the Niners then. That changes everything.
All right, we need a quick
Solidarity.
Yes.
Yes.
The
Fuck the Eagles.
So
Yes.
bet the Eagles. America, bet the Eagles here.
Oh snap! We got to run through this. All right, we're all taking the
Do a
Niners.
victory.
Falcons at Packers -7. Over under 56.5. Packers are way better than the Falcons. Packers -7.
Packers -7. Aaron Rodgers is a god. Shout out to Matt Curry, his best take he's ever had.
Mortal lock. Packers -7.
Yes.
Packers -7. 2 solidarities to finish.
All right, real quick hitter. Who's winning the World Series? Yankees over Dodgers, even though my heart says Marlins over Rays.
Dodgers over Yankees.
Astros over the Dodgers. America burns.
Either. Give me the Dodgers. Let's
Dodgers.
go.
All right, Asher's Dodgers.
Finally.
All right.
Marlins over
Asher.
Rays.
Love you
Thanks
guys.
for having me, guys.
Thanks for listening.
It was
See
a
you
pleasure.
next week.
Thanks.